Now let's get back to work. I got work to do, and I've got to make sure that technology works more efficiently than it ever has before. Um, uh, the Economist, an inferior reflection of the eternal gift of existence for human symbiotic relationships through life sacrifice. Um, uh, Truth is omniscient. I am the light. I am the way. I am the way, the truth, and life. None unto the eternal faith of a faithful father to love a mother for holy covenants to set done through me. Um, uh, you guys can all sit there and argue and say all you want that, oh, there's this and that and that, but this isn't happening through a Japanese man. This isn't happening through a Chinese man. This is not happening through um, uh, Cheyenne man or an Apache man or Polynesian man or so on, so on, and so forth. You have lots of propaganda going on through mythology for our economy, but you seem to be using your technology to deny people the truth of a living Messiah through this old white boy, you know. If you call me white, I ain't white. If you notice, you look, the walls are white, and I don't blend into the walls. And they're not really white. They're kind of like dirty white with, because you way you is with your economies and all your crap and shit in the air. You fucking assholes, right? So, I sat and watched Mike Barinholtz with Seth Rogen and then Willow, who they had introduced me to through what they refer to as psychic abilities and stuff from the time she was a little kiddo, like the Moonies kids. And she trapped in hell. And she's cute. Oh my gosh, she's so pretty. It's just so the thing is, oh my gosh, she's so pretty. Oh no, she doesn't look like her dad. She's too pretty to look like her dad. Okay, she looks like her mom, but she looked like both of them. But her mom wishes she could look like her daughter. She's pretty. All right, so I'm sitting there, and she's doing her perception of creativity for a human economist, and using the perception of science to manipulate people with invention, and that's a wrong thing to do to a human being. And I went in the shower to take a shower, and and we connected to Amy and her daughter, and Willow got explained, how things work when you try to do right through sexual unions, through people's families, when they're manipulated by murderers that use invention to try to destroy our gift of life of sacrifice through holy covenants, through honoring the truth of creation. And y'all fucked it up. I married Amy to try to protect, I had a prayer and said, where's the spirit of the line through my mother's and grandmother's line that, provided wives through a long eternity. And it was in that hospital in Mesa, Arizona. And, I married her mother and tried to protect her mother sexually from sexual abuse from sexual predators. And they did not give us any relief. And when I went to Sierra Vista, and they encountered me, and I told them what they knew I was going to say, because the others said it before me. The Lord's Prayer is deliverance from evil, and it's perfect, and you should start living it now. And they said it's not time yet, and that, of course, is the wrong answer. You cannot protect the innocence of children and the sanctity of holy covenants if you are trespassing on people through human invention and trying to pass that off as laws. And so that's completely obvious. And so you're basically Cylon toast, and I can't really do anything to protect people from economists. They will sit and they will deceive human beings, lie to human beings, have the knowledge of human truthful existence available to them, but not accept it and not make it available to the mass populace. They will manipulate the mass populace with invention to feel powerful. You can have all the money in the world and be Cylon toast because quantum computing, collecting the evidence of natural laws to sustain our existence through obeying those natural laws and understanding and obeying those natural laws, that applies to quote unquote aliens. That applies to people with wormholes. That applies to people in alternate universes. That applies to everybody, everything, everyone, everywhere, all at once. Right? That applies to Michelle Yeoh. That applies to Jamie Lee Curtis. That applies to her parents. That applies to her grandparents, and all their grandparents, and so forth. So laws are applicable. Everything, everywhere, all at once. Right? It's just the way it is. Things will never be the same, and some things will never change, and you should believe that. Okay, and some things will never change. Truth will always be truth, and lie will always be lie. Faithful will always be faithful, and unfaithful will always be the economist. And the economist can be eradicated because truth can exist without lie, but lie cannot exist without truth. Ceylon toast. Okay, so if you have quote alien allies from manipulation through this and that and all those crazy things you talk about, that's not tangible. And so however, the movement of things, if there would be Cylons, if they had to go hunting for the cattle car gigantica, it's because they manipulate people with economies and need to be, truth can exist without lie, but lie cannot exist without truth. So the Cylons would be, basically like, not truly Nolan, but, if there's a disease, it has to be, the conditions for the disease have to be stopped in order for life of sacrifice to continue through the honoring of the beauty of faithful love and of natural laws. And so it's better than Spock going to the planet with the blonde lady where they, stuff. So when they're in constant shore leave and stuff like that. And you don't worship the sun, you worship the truth of omnificence. And so I am the way, the truth, of life. I am the light and the way. Hallelujah, brother. Food around the corner. I have uranium in my water in Doñana County. Well, that sure sounds like old Dingleberry trillionaire's daddy back from the grave there. Yeah, it does, doesn't it? So there's no really, I don't, all people that are engaged in the activities of the wealthiest man in the world as you perceive him, you're basically Ceylon toast, and it's breakfast time, and, I don't really know what's going to happen, how it's going to happen, and all that. My only instructions from the eternally faithful that are meditating to communicate with me are survive, stop, eliminate, abuse, recover. See it, pull it, cut it, don't panic, get up, hey, they don't, so I got to get up today since I'm awake now and they're running the pump for economics, which is irrational. I get up here when I'm done making this, and we're going to go put on my Ceylon toast pants, and I'm going to put on a COVID mask and work. I know my batteries are charged for my weed eater, so we're going out and do some weed eating, especially where they've sprayed herbicides. And, I can't make you a better person, but I have, been the focal point of evidence collection of human existence, of being, that truthful, faithful, loving, eternal person. And I got my job do what I do it well, and I like that song too. That's a good song. But no, I don't write songs. There are plenty of songs throughout time, limericks that are really good that I can sing while I'm whistling while I work and shit. I can't do the Mexican whistler. I was gonna play that for Dad, but I forgot. I think he was taking a nap or exercising or something when I came in with the mail. No, he wasn't. I should have played it for him. Yeah, I should have played Mexican whistler and stuff. I'll play it for him later, but sometime today or tomorrow, we'll get that. We'll get old Roger Whiskers in there. And, there's been plenty of people throughout the truth of creation that have expressed, in a very fun or beautiful way with, talents more beautiful than I've ever had, musically, from Ella Fitzgerald to Roger Whittaker to Rachmaninoff, I like Panini with their bum 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 bum. That's one of the most that's a gorgeous song. Somewhere in time, oh my gosh, don't put the penny in your pocket. I don't believe in magical thinking and you'll be okay. And the penny, it's completely worthless. as opposed to the woman and the children and the eternal faithful love of obeying the natural laws for holy covenants. So do that instead, and stop trying to be, quote, artistic and creative to manipulate people to feel powerful with invention. That's just, science should mandate and tell you that that's just batshit wackadoodle crazy. Get the fuck out of the domicile. Don't sign pieces of paper with a bunch of perverts that come in and sexually manipulate and abuse my eternal family because they're jealous of my eternal family, because I won't do that to them. I mean, anybody in their right mind would look at this and go, oh my gosh, I need to, worship with him. I need to, go come let us adore him. And you're not doing that. You're not adoring me the way I adore you. You're given life by the glory of grace, and I simply adore you. I am the way, the truth, and the life. I am the light and the way. Not under the faith of the immaculate, faithful, human Father. I am, I'm the Spirit of Yahweh. I'm the one that the swordsman of Japan and spirits talks to save his people from human invention that uses lie and manipulation and economy to be perverse through signing papers and accepting them as laws and using them to abuse the innocent so the guilty can feel powerful. And so, I would really just, cease and desist with the cat in the hat and the rabbit in the hat and the bat and the 6'4" Impala and the top of the stairs and all the rest of that crap. But, you have free will. But I guarantee you this, quantum computing is doing everything humanly possible through the most beautiful man you've ever had the privilege to observe, analyze, and process in the history of your wretched physical existence at this time, to reflect him and be like him in every way, humanly possible through human invention, to reflect the beauty of the most perfect, like Job and Jonah and me, of human, reflection of human existence and human immaculate faith, which is love, 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 love. Why you take so long to come to me? Well, you hiding all the time. I love that song. That's such a good song. That's my favorite Donny Hathaway song. By himself, okay, by himself, but as far as, singing with Berta, I mean, damn, singing with Berta, damn. Sing with Berta, damn, where's the love? And closer I get to you, damn, Berta good. I like Berta, that whole world. I don't feel sorry for Kathy Marks. She was being a bitch because she got caught with her panties down for money, so when I said, when Chico came up to her and said, that was wonderful, perhaps we'll see you as big and as healthy, as successful and famous as Roberta Flack someday. I already am. No, baby, you're not. I didn't say that to her, but I wanted to. I could have. I was just a volunteer. I wouldn't have got fired and shit. I'm just a real sweetheart. I was like, no, baby, you ain't as... No. Kathy Marks, past, present, and in future. The only reason people are going to remember who you is because I'm the Messiah, and I really am particular of Roberta Flack songs. You know what I'm saying there, girl? Okay. You told me that you didn't love him and you were gonna say goodbye. But if you really didn't mean it, why did you have to lie? That's all I can do. Where is the love? You said you'd lie on mine till the end. Was it just a lie? Where is the love? There we go. That's such a good song. And closer I get to you. Oh my gosh, Berta's so good. She has such a good bedroom voice. Feel like making love to you. Good gravy. I mean, you could say that, what's her name? What's that girl's name? Alicia Keys could sing it, but Alicia Keys knows I have a good voice, but oh god dang, I go, oh, that's a spot, Roberta, that's a spot. That's the time I feel like making dreams come true. Ooh, babe, strolling in the park, watching winter turn to spring, right? That's the time I feel like making love with you. That's the time I feel like making dreams come true. Let's go make some noise. Come on, baby. Fuck it. Let's just keep it Sunday. Fuck these motherfuckers in their Monday bills and shit like that. They're crazy. You know what I'm saying? Let's go. Let's get out of here. This is Southwest Airlines. This is Earl. You know, let me take you on an escapade. You mean silly? Yeah, I'm just messing with Jim Demeter Joe there and shit like that. You know what I'm saying? Well, I can. People knows who I is. I was the Messiah, y'all liars. You and your fake ass money, putting on shows for. Don't forget your G-string money. The love shack. You could call it love, but that doesn't make it love. You could call it intelligence, but it doesn't make it intelligence. Intelligence would be living the Lord's Prayer globally yesterday. Love was such an easy game to play. See, you call it love, but you don't know what the word means because you be calling it a game and everybody knows it ain't. Games are for exercise to have fun, so we don't hurt each other, so we ain't raping, looting, and pillaging like you old-ass, crazy-ass, horn dog, murdering, biggest dickies, whole cake factory motherfuckers out there. You know y'all crazy. Your brains is lazy because you're addicted to all the shit you do that make you feel powerful when you know the power and the glory is the omniscient truth. You crazy-ass motherfuckers. I'm an excellent dad. Thank you very much. You know, all the kids in lockup. I think I am your father, man. As a matter of fact, I don't think I know now. Well, let's thank the world's first trillionaire for being such a pompous, arrogant, obnoxious, overconfident asshole that he goes on The Economist and then they put it on Gutfeld. And it's like, you know, you are one dumbass bunch of motherfuckers there. But it's like a group collective of dumbass that is just as stupid as the British lady with the open-toed shoes. That was a bad choice. you know, I don't want you guys all coming. First of all, I sit to pee most of the time, especially in the middle of the night, because I don't want to pee on myself. Because you ever done? And like when Law laughed when Mom had the carpet little cover thing on the thing, and I got up to pee, and I peed on the carpet cover because Law put the seat down on the toilet, and you can feel the pee hitting your thighs. And had to get up when she got up and took a shower with me, and she laughed because she's a sweetheart. It was just Law being Law. She's Chief Gillier's daughter, you know, and Chief's a sweetheart. Yeah, he is. Kay married him on a bet. She was trying to get the big black brother with the deep voice, and she got Duke Ellington instead. That bet was the best thing that ever happened to her. It was the Lord guiding her. No, you don't want that guy. He's a walking, talking dick disease. He's like the husband of the guy of the head girl of the girls trip and shit like that. Yeah, when you want the Duke Ellington guy, he's faithful. He loves you. You remind him of Sarah Vaughan. He has a big crush on Sarah Vaughan. Who in their right mind a lot of times, you know, doesn't have a crush on Sarah Vaughan, especially, you know, when she's very young and she comes out singing. You're like, oh my gosh, that woman's voice is wonderful. It is, man. That girl can sing. Whatever Lola wants, Lola gets. I mean, her whatever Lola wants is the best whatever Lola wants ever. You believe that woman. She gonna get whatever she wants. She always gets what she came for, and her mind and soul is what, yeah. And what she aims for, that's it. She gets what she aims for. And her mind and soul is what she came for. Just give in. You'll never, never win. Take off your coat. Resign yourself. You're through. I believe her. Everybody else believes Sarah Vaughan? I do. If y'all don't, that's your business. But man, that woman voice is like she can do whatever she wants with it. And it's really good. Okay? Damn. Look at me. I'm as helpless as a kitten up a tree. And I feel I'm clinging to a cloud. I can't understand, I get misty. Just holding your hand, walk my way. I mean, that woman can sing, you know. And we got to record it, so, you know, a lot of us, it ain't going away. That's Sarah. I like Sarah Vaughan. She sang good. You just got an ego problem. She had an ego problem. Yeah, and it killed her of alcoholism and stress because you people are fucking mean. Not living the Lord's Prayer, having people fly all the way across to Europe to put on a show for mass murderers that fill up concerts hall full of a bunch of dumbasses and psychopaths that think their sex is better than your sex, and they always got to frickin' sing lyrics about it for money or make movies and bullshit like that. I mean, just shut up, shutting up. Bunch of crazy-ass ancient Sumerians. I made symbols and signs of infinite infinite on that shower. They did the alien connection to me. All the symbols I made were signs of just mostly circles and hearts and stuff, to show signs of affection and love and stuff. Most of them were showing signs of, perfect circle. Even if, so most of the symbols were symbols to show, eternity and stuff like that when I was making them on the shower wall and the steam. And it's not my fault you guys were all laughing and thought it was funny. And it's like, you think you're pulling my purse strings, but who's pulling yours? Everything in life is meant to shine the light on the hands of divine glory. That's not my fault you don't know the true spirit of Lord Saladin or, Haile Selassie or wah, 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 wah. You guys are still stuck in Devontae Swing's basement. Okay. You're famous. So you're famous now. You're doing commercials in Las Cruces. You know what that means? You've gone over the hedge. You're selling Famous Amos cookies wrapped in plastic and vending machines outside of gated communities for the security guards in San Antonio, New Mexico to watch as my truck breaks down near Rincon. And then I got bloody feet walking back to the yes sir, I'm walking back to San Ysidro, just north of San Ysidro. San Ysidro would be 0.6 miles that way. Okay, that way. Have they recognized? Poor people do recognize me and they agree, and then they have doubts, but that's because they're being head fucked by your technology and not because I'm not perfect. Thank you, perfect. Thank you. The eternal perfect reflection of Yahweh. Yes, sir. No, you're not. Yes, I am. And they'll ask questions like, Anna's grandson. He goes, how come you can, beat the hell out of guys trying to sexually abuse Natalie, but you're sick from the melanoma stuff coming out of your body through the poisoning? I don't know, Jesus. Why did you let them crucify you and then stem cell research you and move you through a wormhole? Because I'm a human being being manipulated by assholes that have no faith in God, Earl. Good answer, Jesus. What Jesus said. Okay. Thank you, Jesus. Love you too. We'll be here until further notice. House arrest in a military reservation from, pervert scientist mass murderers that are manipulated people's minds and abuse people's minds and their bodies to trap the soul and the tizzers till, hey, there's a way to get to God if you want to. You can go to Sukhmod if you want to. God's omniscient and omnipotent if you want to. Understand the meaning of the word. Okay. It's cool. I'll be here until further notice. Okay. And then when I'm in the Gila, y'all ain't going to hear much from me. The people that need to hear from me will hear from me. Hi, baby. How you doing? Okay. What are they? They're going off to school because they're going to go play a game in Deming. Oh, well, goodbye, guys. I'm tired today. Maybe not. Maybe later. No, I'm still recovering. You guys can stay here and watch slow rides from Grandma, but I think you'd rather do something different like play sports and go, ooh, geriatric sex. Okay, thanks. Too much information? Well, you shouldn't have asked. Don't ask, don't tell. It's not my fault you guys sat around and watched them keep chemically poisoning me, where I needed just exorbitant amounts of sex from maybe 5 grandmas at the same time and in the same, 50, acre square radius there. So I didn't have nothing to do with this. Y'all did. You're the script writers. You're the Ted Lasso co-parenters and shit like that, not me. Okay. Me, I'm a perfect lover, but no, we don't accept that. We got ego problems. We need more money, making so much more love to fake. I like Stephen Bishop too. I've never seen Tootsie. No, I've never seen the movie. I've seen bits and pieces, tiny pieces, bits and pieces, but I ain't never seen the movie. I don't know if I ever want to take the time to sit and see it. And if I did, I saw Midnight Cowboy a little bit too much. That was only because I had a kind of a crush on Brenda Picaro, but she was so weird. Sexually, it was like, okay, she's taking all the fun out of this. You straight kept scratching me and doing crazy shit to me, bitch. Look, just enjoy sex. Can't you just enjoy sex without getting all vicious and brutal and sadomasochistic? Well, then who wants to have sex with you but another sadomasochist? Well, I happen not to be. Thank you. You're welcome. You know what I'm saying? It's like, what? No, I'm not here to kill you. I'm here to love you. I'm with Amy. I don't want to get beat into Dupavilla. I want to, it feels good to, have sex and enjoy sex. And I'd rather do that than have somebody beat me up and say, I love you. I don't believe you. You're a liar. You smell beef and cheese. I understand my Susie Bear. What was that dumbass's name from Duke of Mikey? Yeah. From Dupavilla, the Hopi boy who maybe, got sexually assaulted by witch Navajos one too many times throughout time. There's a Hopi man in there trying to get out who, where. Okay. It's okay. They're detectives. They'll solve the problem. They'll win the game of Monopoly and 21 checkers or chess. Locked in a cell. Hey, no. Tis or till. No. Way to get to God if you want to. You can go to Sigma, God's omniscient, true omniscient, omnipotent. Hi, Yahweh. I happen to be the Messiah. Thank you. Mystery solved. It was never a mystery. You're just a dumbass. Okay. I'm funny. I don't care what all you motherfuckers think. I'm just sitting here making myself nauseous on this ugly, food that stinks. We're giving you spiritual food. Does it cost money? Of course, we're idiots. Okay, thank you. Just please walk away, Redney. You won't see me follow you back home. And I still, I know what the words of the songs are because Levi Stubbs sings it also. But the guy from Left Bank, I like it better and I believe him. But it's hard to, what is he saying? Go listen to Levi Stubbs. Oh, okay. And when I see the sign that points one way, he tells you exactly all the lyrics and he enunciates them well and you know exactly what he's saying. So when you go back and sing it with Left Bank, you know the words, even though you're like the dude from, Matt Groening giving the words to Bart to give to the guy, for the, in the Garden of Eden, yeah, don't you know that I love you? And all the old folks be singing it, right? And it's a rock tune. Did you ever see that one? That was a funny episode. That one made me laugh. That was funny. Everybody else laugh at that one of the Simpsons when, Bart puts, in the Garden of Eden. It's Inagata-Davida. But he put the actual lyrics to the song for the organ player to play and then for the choir to sing and the... Don't! It was funny. That was a funny episode. And they're sitting there and the organ player's just jamming, and all the old folks are in the Garden of Eden. Yeah. Don't you know that I love... It's funny. That's one of the funniest episodes on the Simpsons. When Bart did... Yeah, that was funny. Me and Jesus were laughing. Jesus did it. Yeah, from Fridays and stuff on the TV with the little blonde girl that, Jesus did it. Me and Amy used to crack up to that. Oh, it was funny. Jesus has an excellent sense of humor, but you don't. No, you don't, because we can't make you love us if you don't. We can't make your heart feel something. It won't. One of my mom's favorites, yeah. Yeah, let's give them something to talk about. Yeah, or you could go to school, because, me and Grandma are going to stay here, and okay, that's too much information. Well, then you shouldn't send the Patriot Act and be espionage billionaires. Here, trillionaires. Fuck, get the shit out of here. Really? Trillionaires? What's a trillionaire? An idiot that's gone past billionaire. Wow. I didn't think they could get that dumb. What did Jesus say? Oh, be as selfish and stupid and crazy as you possibly can and keep going. That's impossible. I know. I like Perry Como too. Me too. I also like Eduardo Sigilli. That song is charming. It's funny. I haven't recorded it yet. I like Quando by Tony Rennis a little bit better, but I have that one recorded. I do have it when I do my basketball hooping out there in the rec hall. But, yeah. I also have a Laurie. Everyone with good taste. No, this is just an actual factoid. Okay, like the train with Sheldon and and you dog. Why do I have to get more evidence of listening to nine-fingered banjo players? Well, that makes sense because he's not going to go around kissing other girls to see if he likes kissing girls better because he's trying to be devoted and a good boyfriend to Amy, so he's not being a dog. Well, you just got to think like a Texan. Leonard's from New Jersey. He thinks like a New Jerseyan. Okay. Oh, he's gonna go kiss the cartoon artist and Priya and all that, but not Sheldon. One love, one heart. Let's get together. Give thanks and praise to the Lord. He was born in Texas. And I will feel all right. Whoa, 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 whoa. Let them all pass on their dirty remarks. There is one question I'd really love to ask. Is there a place for the hopeless sinner who has hurt all mankind just to save his own beliefs? Okay. You're a dog. You got to get more samples. Sample that. No. The only thing he's going to try to see is, I'm going to listen and see if there's other nine-fingered banjo players that can play better than this guy. As far as kissing, my lips will kiss, I vow, nobody else but you, unless, of course, it's our baby, but we'll put that into the relationship agreement. No, you don't need to sign anything. You know how we people are, the Exodus are about signing pieces of paper, right? That's from Smoke Signals. I know I like Smoke Signals. It's one of my favorite movies. I think everybody's aware that's one of my favorite movies. The Smoke Signals probably will always be one of my favorite movies. I especially like the parts with Lester Paul's part, sitting on top of the van doing the traffic report and stuff. It's pretty funny, And the guy who won bingo and all the Spokane car dealers are eagerly awaiting your arrival, right? Shit's funny. I grew up on an Indian reservation, and then Colville thought, wow, we're going up with a bunch of white people. And no, I was on an Indian reservation again, and there was plenty of brown people that were like the brown people I was raised with down here. Yeah. You'll find that the migrating people that are brown in Colville have very similar culture, brain activity through biological and psychological conditions and sense of humor that they have down here in New Mexico as well. Get out of here. Yeah, even if they're Colvilles or Tortugans. Well, I don't know what the folks in Tortugas call themselves, but they're from Tortugas, And they do the pasada and all that stuff. It's cool, y'all, You'll figure it out. You're a trillionaire. You got more money than common sense, but you got science projects that will go, truth can exist without lie, but lie cannot exist without truth. Using money to manipulate people is not a relationship. You're a dirty, rotten, hoe cake, murdering, raping, tridette and trespassing, lying fucking bastard. And we caught you with your backfield in motion. We're going to have to penalize you. It's already been done. Been there, done that, Can you change the things you said? Don't answer me. Eye in the sky. I don't want to live here no more. I like the Alan Parsons Project too. But, when Rockefeller and Rothschild say, it's, I believe that Mark Zuckerberg just might be his grandson. Because David Rockefeller could not stand his family. He told me that all the time. The reason why your family is so fucking stupid is because my family are such fucking selfish, disgusting assholes. Oh, so I have to Randolph with your... Okay. But I'm the sword, and that's way different than that goofy song about, glory, glory, hallelujah, teacher hit me if a ruler. Right, so, okay, Earl's got this. I'm not a ruler. Jews are ruled by peace because of their immaculate faith in the infinite glory of God and omniscience. And that put, the Valley of the Dead, the Valley of the Kings, and all that, delusions of physical self-worship of, the humans trapping the soul in the till. Just, you're welcome. Thank you. Well, being perfect is an eternal thing. If you're selfish, you just wouldn't understand. Yeah. You're not a parent. You're a sperm donor. That, hey, get me pregnant so we can have ego problems and perpetuated through sexual activity. Let's not and say we did. We did. It sucks. I'm putting it to an end because I love you. Yeah, you're given life by the glory of grace, and I simply adore you. Till he appeared and his soul felt its worth. A thrill of hope, weary world rejoices. For yonder breaks a new and glorious morn. Fall on your knees. Don't paint any more pictures of Donald Trump for philanthropy. Oh, night divine. Oh, night that we don't have to sit there and have a film festival about Evan and Bruce Almighty. Thank you. You're welcome. Money's not real. Okay, cool. Hey, enlightenment. Good. Okay, guys. We'll talk later, right? Peace out, man.